The dog barked wildly and helplessly beside the woman, hoping someone could save her. Fortunately, passersby noticed, and the woman was rushed to the hospital in time. But when the woman returned from the hospital, the dog could hardly believe it was her. The once beautiful blonde girl now looked utterly haggard. The dog knew her time was limited, so it stayed by her side all night, fearing death would take her away quietly. But God seemed to show no mercy. That night, the woman called the dog to her side, hoping it would continue to guard the family after she was gone. The dog seemed to sense something, clinging closely to the woman. The next day, the woman left this world, but the dog did not attend her funeral. Instead, it sat blankly by the window, silently watching the funeral procession leave. Then it went to the woman's room, picked up the hat she had worn in life, climbed onto the sofa, and curled up with its head resting on the hat. But the troubles did not end there. The woman's father sought custody of their granddaughter, believing the man's current situation made him completely incapable of taking care of the granddaughter. During the dispute between the two sides, the man accidentally pushed his father-in-law, and this was all a trap set by the other party. The lawyer found the man, saying the father-in-law had sued him for intentional injury. Unless he gave up custody of his granddaughter, he would be sent to prison. The man could only choose to sign the agreement, but just then, the dog suddenly stepped forward and snatched the agreement. The man couldn't stop it in time, and the agreement was torn to pieces by the dog, because it had promised the woman to protect the integrity of this family. The man also understood the dog's meaning. Then, to avenge its master, the dog secretly pooped a large pile in the room, while the girl was visiting her grandfather's house. Soon came the day of the court session. The man prepared for the worst. However, unexpectedly, the mother-in-law told the truth, and the man successfully won custody of his daughter. That night, the man ran alone in the heavy rain, wanting to vent the grief of this period. But he didn't notice. The dog, worried, had secretly followed behind. And now the aging dog, its physical strength could no longer keep up with the man's pace. Just as they passed a crossroads, a speeding car knocked it down. Only then did the man realize the dog had been following him. He urgently rushed the dog to the hospital. The doctor told him the dog was already too old. Under normal circumstances, it wouldn't survive until tomorrow. But the dog understood its mission was not yet complete. So with strong willpower, it miraculously survived. After this accident, everything seemed to be developing for the better. The man also regained a good job. But the dog's condition suddenly relapsed. It lay on the cold floor, refusing to eat or drink, completely losing its former vitality. One day, when the man came home from work, he found the dog had urinated on the floor again, just like when it was a puppy. He was not angry, but gently stroked its head with heartache, then carefully picked it up in his arms, gently placed it on the sofa, and stroked the dog as before. But in the end, the dog still left him.